Never sell your rental property. Well, until you do. Sometimes there is a good reason to sell your rental property, and I'm going to walk through one of the two families that we've owned for now over 15 years that we are actually selling. There's a lot of reasons behind it, and basically we're going to switch it into something that's a better, higher and better use on our capital that's in the property, that we can do what's called a 1031 exchange, and now we can get probably we'll go into a bigger residential or multifamily property and see higher returns on that, and it's a better use of our capital. So as always, guys, I'm the Flipping Landlord Ninja with Two Guys Take on Real Estate. We're out here in Springfield, Massachusetts. Some of our properties are out this way, and we're looking at one of our two families that we are getting on the market. And I just want to walk you through, talked about that and why we're deciding to sell this and what we're seeing coming up. We'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Are you holding on to all of your rentals? Are you selling some of it right now? What are you guys doing out there? Love to hear. And if you did, love to also get a like on this video so that the algorithm says, hey, it's important to check this out. Let's talk about this property. So this is a 2-family house. The first floor is a 3-bedroom. The second floor is a 5-bedroom with a 1.5 bath. And we've owned this, like I said, for almost 15 years. And there's definitely a story behind it. We've been renting out for a long time. But when we first got started, this was one of the first houses that Kevin and I bought together. And we had another partner on it. And we were doing it the wrong way. We weren't holding these in LLCs. We were trying to keep them in our own names. And we were trying to, kind of game the system a little bit better and not use commercial loans because we were thinking we could actually get a higher return, which, yeah, you could. You get better terms. In this case, this was one that we had with the other partner, had it in his name. And unfortunately, we had to actually force a sale to get it back from him. And he then moved his mother in, and that was kind of a nightmare. We actually took a long time to get her out, and we had to work with her as a tenant for quite some time, which was kind of frustrating. He was obviously poisoning the well, and it was nothing but code enforcement. At one point, there was in the basement, they had put a washer and dryer illegally. They just basically had a wire tapped in to a breaker that they just ran, with the cover off to another, just to run an outlet for a washer dryer plug, and it was very unsafe, not done legitimately, and unfortunately a judge ordered us that we had to fix the problem and kind of make it work, even though it was done clearly illegally and never actually permitted or anything like that. So we then had to permit it, and even though she admitted that her son had done it, they would not let us just remove it, which is what I wanted to do. I just wanted to remove it, remove the problem, remove the safety issue, but because it was an amenity that they had at one point, they issued us that we had to actually fix the problem. So that was, something we had to work with. All in all, it was successful. We've actually refied this property a couple times, pulled out extra capital, so we've definitely made some decent money over the years with this. Now it's time to shift gears. We've decided to sell the property with them both vacant, so hopefully have owner occupant come in here and take over probably the second floor, where it's the larger unit with a nice family, and then they can get the rental income. So basically a house hack on this one, which is great. It is one of the best ways to get into real estate. Keep your expenses low. I love house hack. I have house hack, Kevin's house hack. It's just one of the best ways to get into real estate and keep your, lower your expenses, build equity. Love it. That's what we're doing here. We're selling it as a house hack. It allows people to have qualify a lot easier because they have the rental income or the chance of a rental income, so they can get a better situation going with that. So I'm just kind of showing you all around. This is the old pantry. So it's a pole chain light. So I mean, did get letters of compliance here. I know, look at that. Like what? I'm gonna try to get that fixed before we sell it. I mean, these are some of the things that were done years before us, but we've just kind of kept them. They were working. Not saying it's the best situation, but it works. Closet here. Yeah, it's the closet. So now what we're looking to do is we're going to sell this, take the profits and put them into what's called a 1031 exchange. So we're working with an intermediary. So they'll hold it in escrow, and we will then basically have 45 days to find a replacement property, 1 or 2, 3 properties, for that has to be of like kind as far as the same amount, so you don't have what's called boot. So basically, if you sell this, let's just say we sell this for $300,000, make a nice $100,000 profit or so, we have to buy something that's valued at least at $300,000, which with the $100,000 we can easily do that, especially with if it's 25% down, we can definitely purchase something even bigger, maybe a $500,000 property. I don't know, we're gonna see what, we might even actually couple this up with another 1031 to get a over $1 million asset, because then it's all about timing. So now after the time, so you have 45 days from the close to allocate to the property, and then you have 6 months from the close to actually close on the new property, right, Naya? Naya, you helping here? Yeah, hi girl. That's kind of how the situation works. Then once you acquire that, so we're looking to basically, if we were netting here, let's just say probably about $400 a month in net revenue. So that was our cash on cash that we were getting after all expenses. We're hoping to find something that generates at least double, I think we're trying to find something that generates about $800 in net cash flow, which I think is reasonable. I think we can find that. We've been doing a few 1031 lately and we have had some great success. The problem is obviously it's finding the deals, and of course you're unfortunately buying things in this market right now. You're getting the higher interest rates, which does impede cash flow, and it's still, I think the sellers still haven't caught up with what's going on in the market, and so you are finding that it's still, the deals are not as, they're maybe a little tight. What I know some of my friends are doing is they're basically, oh well, rates are going to come down, and then they can just refinance the whole thing. We are not banking on rates coming down. It needs the cash flow from day one and do decent cash flow. We're trying to at least get a 10% cash on cash return. Then of course all the extra benefits of owning rental property, taxes, depreciation, all that kind of stuff that allows it to have a higher internal rate of return, or IRR. But that's kind of what we're doing. We have only a couple more properties from our portfolio that we're selling and 1031ing into that, and then we're just sitting and holding and waiting for the market to show us some great stuff. We're just going to focus on working on our process and procedures and improve things and go from there till we want to grow again, and till the market says, hey, there's a massive opportunity. So that's kind of how we're playing it right now. I'm curious to see what you guys are doing out there. We of course are keeping an eye out also on foreclosure auctions, because we're still getting some great deals there. But as far as our core portfolio of our rental property, we're shifted into and allocated into more commercial, but still holding quite a bit of residential. We are also looking at possibly a car wash. We have that, just got that under contract for another 1031 that we just did. So that's a business, but it has real estate attached. So you cannot buy with a 1031, you cannot buy a business, but you can buy real estate, and a car wash has real estate. In this case, it does at least. Some might be just a lease option or whatever, but this actually is a real estate play, and so we're kind of excited about that, and so we'll definitely do some videos on that too. So make sure you guys stay tuned, because we'll be coming out with more videos, and we come out with now we're coming out with 2 videos a week. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and we appreciate everyone joining our channel. And if you guys have another video you'd like to see, we'd bring it out. So keep it up. Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend.